looks like we are currently stranded here. So what we are planning on doing now is
Perfetto, grazie.
just a quick 30-minute bus ride outside of the town of Shkodra. You have the beautiful, quiet seaside town of Velipojë, and that's where we are today. And we're going to be exploring this little known beauty on the coast, the Adriatic coast of Albania. Obviously, the reason why we've titled this video Unknown Seaside Town in Albania is we've never heard of this place, and I guarantee you anybody that's not Albanian also has probably never heard of this place. It's obviously not the season right now for tourists to be here, so it is extra quiet at the moment. We are 100% certain that during the summertime this place is pretty popular with tourists. But we're going to put the question to you guys: have you heard of Velipoje? Let us know down in the comments, because we definitely never heard of this place until we opened our Google Maps and saw just how close Shkodra was to the Adriatic coast. And that's what prompted us to go, hop on a bus and come and find out for ourselves just what Velipoje is like.
Now it seems like Velipoje has all of the infrastructure in place to be a very popular tourist destination during the summertime. No matter where you look here, obviously you have a massive beach, and we have a Luke here as well. There is a massive beach here with enough space to have hundreds of thousands of tourists here. And when you look around on the side of the coast here, the entire coast is lined with kind of vacation homes, restaurants, hotels, cafes, and everything that is needed to be a popular tourist destination. You also have loads of bars and restaurants directly on the beach, which is amazing. Obviously right now they're all closed because it is only March, but I'm sure during like probably end of May, maybe beginning of June, all of these amazing places will open up and host all of the tourists here.
And the first thing that springs into me and Naomi's minds when we arrived here, or the first thing that came to our mind when we came to Velipoje, is potential. And that's a common theme with a lot of the Albanian coastline. We came here and we were like, oh, this is beautiful. Also, there's a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, a lot of empty bars and a lot of empty restaurants. Obviously, as we just said, it's not the season right now, but we're talking empty as in some of them look like they've actually been destroyed. The beach at the moment anyways is not the cleanest. There is quite a bit of trash around the place, which is kind of off-putting for people that do want to come during the off season, so keep that in mind. But I would say nonetheless, if you do come to Shkodra or the north of Albania during the summertime, this will be a very good day trip for you. So do keep that in mind when you come to Shkodra. Definitely just look for the bus. It just has a sign that says Velipoje. You can get it from the main roundabout in Shkodra, and you'll be here in literally 30 minutes. And the cost is only 200 lek per person, so roughly €2 per person, which is an incredible bargain to come and see this beautiful sea.
Coming into Velipoje, you see a lot of advertisements around resorts here in the area. And I think we even saw like an advertisement with a resort that has loads and loads of water slides that looked really fun. So I'm sure during the summertime this here is the perfect place. And I think we can see the resort from here. I'm gonna try and zoom in all the way there. This looks like the resort that we saw on the advertisement before. Definitely looks like a place to check out. I'm sure if you do have kids that would be the perfect place to spend a few days during the summertime.
Now, in terms of potential, what I mean by that when I'm saying potential is this looks no different to somewhere like the south of Spain, for example, or maybe the Amalfi Coast, for example, in Italy. It is in a beautiful setting with amazing mountains just off here behind me. You have amazing sand, crystal clear blue water of the Adriatic Sea. The only point where I would say needs improvement is the trash in the sand and a little bit more of development around this area. If that was to happen here, this could be a #1 European tourist destination literally overnight. So if you are watching this and you do happen to have if you're looking for ideas about investments, for example, I would highly suggest to look into investing along the Albanian coast, all the way from the north to the very south, Saranda Samil, all the way to where kind of Corfu and Greece begins. The Albanian coast is by far the most underrated area in all of the continent of Europe when it comes to visual beauty and just in general not being known enough. If I said to anybody in Ireland that I went and visited Velipojë in Albania today, they would have no idea what I just said. They will have never heard of this place. But if I sent them pictures and I sent them videos, their jaws would drop. So this area and the coast of Albania and in general is something that we all, and the whole point of a lot of our Albania videos is just to kind of bring more attention to these beautiful areas. Now we do see there's quite a bit of development right here. There's some apartments, a hotel, more apartments along here, and it does stretch for quite a bit. But at the same time, there's so much more that this could be. A lot of the houses where lifeguards and stuff like that would be, a lot of them are destroyed. A lot of the area is kind of shattered, and there's pieces of wood. For example, if you look right here, all along the beach, there's an empty, what looks like maybe a cafe or a restaurant. There's another one here and another one down there. So there's a lot of work to be done here, but I believe it's well worth it if someone was to invest in here, because you could put, for example, 30,000-40,000 into an apartment here, and I would nearly guarantee you in 5 to 10 years that 30,000-40,000 euro apartment will be double or triple in value. So keep that in mind, guys. This is a beautiful opportunity for a lot of people that are maybe looking to retire or just looking for a higher quality of life for less money. We're actually really bummed out because we actually brought our drone with us, but we forgot the SD card, so we can't shoot footage.
We already said that the majority of cafes and restaurants at the moment are closed. However, one cafe is open where we already went to, and it's absolutely packed. Check this out. There's the cafe, and it's just full of people enjoying their day, enjoying the sunny day. drinking a nice coffee with the family or whatever. So I'm sure if there were more cafes open around here, that they would be absolutely crowded as well, because it seems like a lot of people from Shkodra, for example, or from the surrounding areas are coming here to Velipojë on a Sunday like today, just to enjoy the day and have a day at the beach.
Naomi just pointed out that these apartments here are actually brand new. So they genuinely were literally built not that long ago, because the air conditioners are still wrapped in plastic, like they still haven't been even used. So that's very interesting. There's two kind of flat or apartment buildings that are here that look brand new, red brick, amazing looking, and overlooking the Adriatic Sea. So that's really interesting, and they actually look like they're pretty decent. I'd say, I'm not sure now how much one of these would be going for. I'm not sure if they're just for rent, long-term rent, or if they're like holiday homes, but yeah, it's definitely something that we're going to look into. And if we do find the link to these apartments, we'll drop the link down below in the description, just so you guys can check out exactly how much they are.
We just went to the second row of these types of houses, and you do see loads and loads of signs saying reception. So I do think that the majority of these places are holiday homes or hotels. If you're interested, here's even a hotel. It's called Fishta Hotel, and just there they are building an entirely new apartment complex in the third line of this amazing seaside. So I do think that the majority of these are going to be hotels or holiday apartments, and there's not too many locals that will actually rent these, unless obviously you have a lot of money, I think.
Just be cautious if you're going to visit Velipojë out of season, because there is one supermarket currently open. There's also one or maybe two cafes around here that are open currently. Obviously that's just supply and demand. There's not a whole bunch of people around here at the moment, but I'm sure again during the summer all of this will be open and flourishing. Just to give you guys an idea, we're walking through and this here just looks like a nice big touristy kind of square. Just right there is the sea itself, and all around here is restaurants, more restaurants, cafes. You have maybe a seafood restaurant here. Everything is closed, very quiet. Still really beautiful. It is amazing just walking around here and taking all of this in, and just kind of imagining the potential of what this could be, especially in the summer months. But nonetheless, well worth a visit even out of the season, because the beach and just walking along the beach is an experience in itself. As I said, the only downside of the beach itself is a little bit of waste management needs to go into it, but other than that, it's unbelievable, and definitely well worth your time and money, because as I said, it comes to around €2 per person just to get the bus from Shkodra out here. And if you are craving the sea like me and Naomi do, very much so, if we are in like more of a landlocked place, we always end up coming at some stage back to the sea, and this was a perfect kind of refresher for us, so we can head back to Shkodra with smiles on our face after this day trip. Just in case any of you guys that are watching our videos from Albania, if you're ever wondering what it's like to take a bus in Albania, we're going to show you in this video. We're going to go now, get the bus back towards Shkodra, and give you guys the real authentic experience of what it's actually like taking a bus and traveling internally around Albania. Well guys, welcome to life in Albania. We just walked up to a bus that had two girls in it. We asked the bus driver, is this bus going to Shkodra? He said yes, but it's full apparently. So he's obviously waiting on more people and has probably people booked to travel in that bus. And they said that the last bus is supposedly at 3. Now it's just coming up to 3 o'clock, but they said that they're not sure that it's even going to come, that it's even going to show up. So we have to look now for an alternative way at getting back to Shkodra. Now this is something that you are going to face when you're traveling around Albania. Nothing is set in stone, there is no actual schedule. So it's going to be a little bit more of an adventure for us now, because we have to find out how we're going to get back to Shkodra. So let's go find out.
Qualche possibilità di andare a Shkodra di qua? Perché il pullman è or English? You speak English or Italian? Is there a bus to go to Shkodra? Or someone, because the bus is full? Or do you maybe know someone that has a car?
So after multiple phone calls, after the cashier in the store making phone calls to people that she knows and asking if they have people to drive us back, a few other guys that we just happened to bump into in the store also started phoning people and asking if they had a solution for us. And unfortunately, it looks like we are currently stranded here. So what we are planning on doing now is waiting for the possibility of a 3 p.m. bus. If that doesn't happen, we're going to have to use the resources that we have, go and try and find some Wi-Fi somewhere, maybe in the cafe where we stopped off earlier, connect with our Airbnb host. And then the other one is just basically approaching people and seeing if they're going back to Shkodra, and then offering them whatever cash we have so we can get back safe and sound. Let's see what happens. Now guys, this again is a prime example of what we said in the things to know before visiting Albania. If you just speak English, as I do, you will not be able to get around. Thankfully, Naomi speaks German and Italian and English, and she just conversed with one of the locals in Italian, and they were able to tell her that we need to come to this intersection here. This is apparently where the frequent buses do come and go to Shkodra. So hopefully we came here, it was only about 200 meters away from where we were sitting. So hopefully now we can find and situate a way of getting back to Shkodra. And while I'm talking to you guys, just check this out. This is a gas station here in Velipoje. This will give you guys an idea of just how kind of remote this area is and just how few people are actually out here at the moment. Looks like we might be in luck, guys. This looks like our bus that we took earlier, so hopefully this is the one.
You're so lucky. Oh my god.
That was a close call. Welcome to the inside of an Albanian bus.
One thing I have to say though, we have been stranded a few times where we actually missed the last bus, so we were very, very lucky that that bus actually came, because the previous bus driver said he's not sure that anybody is going to come. So we were lucky that bus came in the end, but we were stranded before a few times where we actually missed the last bus, or the last bus was full. And what you want to do in this situation everywhere in Albania is hitchhike. Just stand at the side of the road, put your thumb out, and there's always going to be a very, very friendly local that will take you with them. Now we did that, what, 4 times?
Yeah, at least 4 times.
I think we've done it like 4 or 5 times maybe, and it always went well, so you don't have to be scared of local Albanians or anything. we always got to our destination, and the people actually, like, they actually dropped us off directly in front of our hotel or in front of our Airbnb, depending on what it was in that situation. And it's a little bit more expensive than the bus, but it's not too expensive, so don't worry. Just try to hitchhike and everything will go well.
So guys, thankfully we made it back to Shkodra. We're just gonna walk back to our Airbnb, crash, maybe get a little bit of a bite to eat. We want to give a quick shout out to Charmaine, Sergio and Arthur for dropping comments on our last video. We're going to be shouting out, as we said in our last video, 3 comments in each video. So shout out to you 3 guys. Thank you very much for supporting us, and thank you very much for commenting and interacting with our videos. So guys, that's it. We made it back safe and sound. As always, as Naomi said, there's always a way to get back to the destination where you're going if you are stranded somewhere in Albania. Thank you to the Albanian people for being so friendly, so accommodating, and for helping us every step of the way. But yeah, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We're Nalu Adventures, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.